Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of the Web Element series. Today, you would be learning how to create a slider background color changer, just like this. As you can see, I can move the slider to change the color. I have currently specified only 3 colors, but once I show you how to create these 3 color effects, after that I would be showing you how to add multiple other colors also. So let's begin. I would first close these files. I had opened off the previous one. And now we would begin by creating the file. I would name the file index8.html and then style 8.html. No, not HTML, CSS. And now this would be the first project in this series that would be utilizing JavaScript. So I would write it script 8.js. Now as we have all 3 of them, I would click Ctrl B to close the sidebar. Now I would just create a I would rather do this like this and like this. So now we have all 3 languages working on the same screen. So we would again load the boilerplate first, exclamation mark, enter. Now we would link it with the CSS file. So we would simply write link, enter. And now I would write the name of the CSS file, which is style8.css. And now we would additionally have to link JavaScript file as well. So we would write script. We can also write JavaScript inside the HTML file, like we can do for the CSS, and it can be simply done between the script tags. But still, having a different file is better so that the HTML file doesn't look that crowded. So now we will be writing the name, which is script8.js. And I would also on the live server so that we can see it side by side. Okay, I have it on. I'll just go back and refresh it so that the files load up. And I'll have index8 working here. As you can see, currently we haven't added anything, so it is completely blank. So we would start with creating a div, which I would name content. I would write contents because there would be 2 things. Now another class div.color code. This will simply have the code of the color, like I showed you there, that the background color, the color behind had its hex code displayed on the screen. So this div will work for showing that hex code to us on the website. As simple as that. And now we would create another div. I would give it simple color name. Also, in the above one, the color code one, it will also have an ID. I forgot to give it an ID. So let's quickly give it color code. And we can specify any color, like the one I showed you there. I used the hex code 349 and what was 8 dB. No. Yeah, going all wrong. Yes. So this was the color code for that bluish color that we were having in the website. Now it's turn for the slide to create the slider. So I would write input and we'll put it to range. The type should be range because we would be giving it a range of colors. Now we would also give it a class name, which would be color slider. And now we have to give it a minimum and maximum value. So the minimum would be 1 and the maximum would be 3 because we will be using 3 colors at max. And now step 1 and also value 1 and then on input change background this dot value. This simply shows that we want to change the value whenever the slider is moved. So all the HTML required has ended. So I would save it and you can see here when I refresh that there is a slider. And as you can see, it has 3 steps. The first step, second step, and third step. And you can also see that hex code above, which we wrote previously. Now we would work with the CSS. And as always, body comes first. So I would write margin 0 padding. Like doing the margin and padding to 0 is a very good habit whenever doing web development, because most often we change it afterwards as per the requirements. So keeping it on 0 is the best thing to do. I would now do display flex, which is obviously my habit in each video, to center everything. Align items center. And then minimum height, which I would again put to 100 VH. And now we have to give a transition. So I would give it a transition of background color, as that is what we want to change when the slider moves. And 0.5 seconds. We can increase or decrease as per our requirement. If we want the animation to go longer, then we can simply change it to 1 second, 5 second, any value. So let's check how it is. As you can see, it is centered now. Previously it was in that corner, but now it is centered. Now we'll work on the contents. Also, the contents and color have quite a lot similar properties, so I would be giving them properties together, all the properties that are similar in them. So width 100%, so that it gets that big, and then justify content center and align items center. Now let's see how it looks. As you can see, currently it is on that edge, but we would be now changing it by simply giving them some individual properties. that will only contain the displays. Like for the contents, we would give the display of block so that the hex code is above the slider rather than being at the side of the slider. And then color, and we wanted to have a display flex. It will work properly when we end up doing it in the complete way. Like we haven't yet given the sizes, etc. for it. So color, code, display, flex, then again justify content center, align item center, and then text align center, then color. I would be giving it a white color for now. You'll be afterwards doing multiple things so that the color can also change. But for now, as we would not be using white color there, so it would be easier for me. And for you too. So 100 pixel font size would be enough, or maybe we would increase it later on. Margin top. I would give it a margin of 20 pixels. And save. Let's see. Okay, we can't see it because of white color. And that's the entire CSS we need. Let's turn for the JavaScript. So JavaScript would be function change background. As you can see, it is the same thing that we used here in the HTML file, like change background this dot value, right? So that was the function we were calling. So input value, and now we'd say let bg color. So we have simply defined a variable in JavaScript. Now we will be using a switch. Switch is a simple system. Like it is a conditional statement which would first check that which condition is being satisfied and would give the output as per the input. So now we'll start parenthesis and we'll write parse int. And after that parse int, we would give value. And now the switch has started. So there would be case 1. And in case 1, it would be that bg color is equal to, what was the hex code that I gave before? Where is it? Here is it. So we'll just copy and paste it here. For the first one. Okay, wait, we have to also put it in inverted commas. So this and Control V. And now we'll write break so that if that case is satisfied, it's done. We do not have to do anything further. Neither the code has to do anything further. I would just give it some manual indentation. Now it's turn for case 2. Wait, we need space after case. Now I know why it wasn't giving any indentation by default. So now it's bg color. And now we'll change the value to, I'll give the value of E74 and C3C. Semicolon, again, break statement. And now it's turn for case 3, colon. Remember to use colon so that the code works. Else you will be just confused. Like semicolon and colon are of great importance in programming. Like in most of the languages, they are very important. And whenever forgot, that errors are really difficult to find occasionally. Now the BG color I would give is 27 AE60. And again, break statement. Also now we'll give another statement which isn't a case, it's default statement. The default statement is simply that we are telling when none of these cases are satisfied, then the computer has to do this. So we can say BG color, and now we can give a color. I would give the first color, so now we have given the first color in the default. Notice that there would not be any break statement whenever we are giving anything in the default. Break statement is never to be used there. So now we'll write document dot body dot style dot background color is equal to BG color. We are simply telling that after that the switch statement has been implemented, whatever BG color we are getting should go to the CSS. And now the second line would be document dot get element by ID. Remember that. And now write color code, and then dot text content is equal to BG color. So simply we have provided that this color, wait, I made a mistake there. Yeah, now it's good. We are simply saying, I will just show you once so that it is clear to you. First of all, we call the document, then in the document we call the body. Like it's a body tag that we need to alter because it's the background color which is supposedly a property of the body. Then we'll go to a style, so that because body is being used in both of them, so we also need to tell that which file we need to see, and it's the style sheet. And then we'll go in the background color property and equal it to BG color. Then we'll give document dot get element by ID, and then we are doing that parenthesis and inverted commas color code. Then we need to write dot text content so that it only gives that hex code that we have written in the case statements. And now if we save it and go to a live server, as you can see, it is working. Maybe I forgot to do one or two things. Let me see. Okay, I forgot to give it the size. I had to give color slider the size too. So color slider, and we'll give it a width of 80%. I gave 80% in the previous one, so I'm just following it, and you can see. And you can see why I put this hex code color to white. The font color has to be white for best result in this one. Later on, I would be using white color. So this is it for a simple program. Now I would be making it a little bit complex. So I would be making some minor changes. Like, first of all, minimum would be 1. I won't change that. I asked some of my friends to suggest me colors. Like, I had 3 pre-selected colors, which are white, black, and red. Now I asked them to suggest some colors, and we would find their hex codes, and I would just write it somewhere. So I would open Notepad. So the first color is teal, second color is cyan, third is blue, then yellow, then is green, and then comes gray. Like, I would write all the colors I would be using, although I would not arrange them in a specific order, but white has to come first. I would later on change it as per the darkness, and also red would come here. So I know that red is equal to ff 4 times 0. Black is equal to 000. Like, you can write any number of zeros, there isn't any problem, but let's go for the minimum. White is FFF. Now let's find the ones for, like, now I would be searching the hex codes live on here. Hex code of teal. The hex code of teal is 008080. I would rather say that's a good choice of colors. Like, they are really good colors. And now it's cyan, which is 00FFFF. It is simply an inverted form of red. And now I know why it happens. Like, whenever you use a negative filter on red, then it would turn to cyan color. Also know for blue, it is 4 times 0 and FF. I don't remember for yellow. Like, I would still check for blue. Yes, I was right. Then comes yellow, and it is FFFF00. You'd be thinking why I am not copy pasting. I just do not want to currently. Okay, I know for the green also. It is simply 00FF00. And I do not know for gray. So I would write here gray, gray, and it is 8088. Okay, so now we have all the colors. So like, I would make it a bit shorter so that all I can see is that the hex codes and colors. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 9 colors. So I would change the maximum to 9 colors. And the step would remain the same, value would remain the same, everything else is same. Here the only change would be the maximum value. And there would not be any change here also. Now the other change that would come is here. Also, there is one change. I forgot. So I would rather start with black. And the gray would be somewhat in between. So now the first colors, or no, I would start with white because white is like the default color, so it would be better. Um, I don't know why that is happening. And we would use some different color that is in one of these. Like we can use, which color can we use at the best? We cannot use any lime color, yellow color. What is the best color we could use? Maybe we could use like what turquoise color be there? I don't remember how turquoise color look like. No, we cannot use turquoise. Like let's find one color for the font itself. What is this color? Cadet blue. The cadet blue would look good. So cadet blue. All. And this would be our new color. And like, so here it is. I would save it and let's now check it. And as you can see, the cadet blue color is looking good. As we haven't specified we haven't specified yet that what those 9 colors would be. So only the 3 colors are working, and after 3 it's just taking the same color. And the value is from the first color. Okay, so now we need to have, like, because we put it in the default, so it would happen. So I would also change the default. And now the first color is obviously white. And the second color would be, okay, I would go in the chronological order, maybe. Yes, it would be good. So 008080. That's teal. Teal has been done. So let's move on to cyan 00 4 times F. Now I would just copy and paste it. Four. I just prefer to keep the indentation correct. I would not be doing it again. I would not copy paste it. It's better like done manually. Okay, I forgot the semicolon here. It was still working, but better to use it. You never know. So now the color is blue. 4 times 0. Okay. 4 times 0 and FF. And now it's case 5 colon BG color equal to, and now the color is yellow. Okay, it would work. I was thinking of shifting the yellow color somewhere else, but it seems like it's the most likely place for yellow. So now it's case 6. And now the color would be, after yellow comes green. So yep, and now it's break. Okay, I forgot in the previous one. Like, you need to keep track of such mistakes because they will literally bother you a lot whenever you are working on a bigger project. Such mistakes are better to be found instantaneously rather than at the end finding that where the problem is. And it isn't only about HTML, like it's for each and every language. Like whenever you are working with Java, Python, or anything, whenever you are working with a complex project, you wouldn't find it at how and where's the problem. And most often, the problems are syntax errors, like the one I was making. Okay, so BG color, FF 4 times 0, semicolon, break, case 9, colon, BG color equal to, and now it's black. Break, and now save. Now let's check how it is. So as you can see that now we have 9 colors: white, teal, cyan, blue. Wait, why isn't yellow working? Let me check that out. Neither green. Wait, I forgot somewhere to make a change. Let me check. So there is 9 and there are 9 statements. Let me check it on whole screen because now we need not see any other screen. So is somewhere else it is mentioned that how many times we need the value or something? Okay, maybe something was left unimplemented. Now let's check. Okay. My bad. I forgot to add the hashtags. I wouldn't have even noticed that what was the problem if I didn't had that idea of showing the hex codes along with the color of the background. Now let's check it. White, teal, cyan, blue, yellow, green, gray, red, and black. Let's switch the position for gray and black. So 80, 80, 80. It's a weird code, to be honest. Now let's save it. And here it is. We can also like make it a small, like instead of slider, we can also give a drop down menu, etc. Or add it as a simple button in the navigation bar, which will only open when we click a button of obviously the respective one. And it can be really used in a website if we also set every element's color. Like currently we are using Cadet Blue, which is looking good in all of these colors. So either we can select such a color or we can simply just go for a complex system where we would be defining color for each element. Maybe I would be making a video. Please tell me in the comments that should I make such a video. Till then, bye. And please subscribe to the channel and like this video.